Hey there, I'm Rita Ricks, and I want to welcome you to Spirit Mastermind. And today we are going to be talking about resisting resistance. But I first need to know, how are you? And I mean that sincerely. How are you managing? How are you coping? What's too much? And how can I help? I am there to listen to you and support you. So just contact me at speaktoyourspirit.com and let's make things better for you. Okay, let's take a minute to breathe. I want everybody to close your eyes. And if you're standing, just put your hands down by your side. If you are seated, put your feet flat on the floor. Put your hands on your thighs. And the first thing you have to do is relax your shoulders and allow your head to move back and forth. Just relax and begin to breathe in through your nose and take deep, slow breaths, and then exhale through your mouth. Slowly. Take your time, slowly. I want you to inhale slowly through your nose and exhale slowly through your mouth. And as you inhale, picture love and light just flowing through your body. Love and light. And for your exhale, tension, sadness, stress, breathe it out. Just let it go. You are literally slowing the rhythm of your heart right now, just by paying attention to your breathing. And that's all I'm asking you to do. Breathe in slowly the light and the love. Exhale slowly the drama. And now I want you to come back. I know it feels good because I love doing it. Take time during the day, as much time as you need when things are crazy, and step aside, step away from everybody and away from everything, whether you go to the restroom or wherever, and just concentrate on your breathing for 5 minutes. For 5 minutes, and it will bring back the balance that you need in order to be able to manage whatever is happening. I hope you like that. I certainly do. So let's talk about what it means to resist. And, I looked it up in the dictionary, and here's what I found. To resist means to hold out against. Resist means to withstand. Resist means to combat. Resist means to oppose. Resist means to object to. Resist means to abstain from. Resist means to refrain from. Resist means to struggle with. Resist means refuse to accept. And resist means to have an aversion to something. How tough were those words? What did you feel even as I was reading them? It's like a fight. Like it takes a lot of conscious effort to resist. And we do it every day. We do it all the time. And I got to this is true confession time for me. There is something that I've been resisting now for months. I just don't want to do it. Literally, it has just caused me so much angst. But let me tell you, part of the reason that I feel like I can resist, which is really just an excuse, is because I'm at a point in my life where I don't tend to do anything that I don't want to do. Really. I'm old and grown and mature, and I can pick and choose what I want to do. Sometimes that's a good thing, but sometimes it's not. Now, getting back to this piece of what I have been resisting for months, and literally it's been 8 months. I met with an amazing banker. All of 2 weeks before we had this shutdown for COVID. I adore her. I've never had a relationship with a banker like I have with this woman. But it means that I have to move from the two banks, and I'm at 2 banks now. I have to move everything from those 2 banks over to her bank. I don't have a problem with moving it, or I don't have a problem for it being moved. My problem is all of the work to move it. So this has been weighing on me for 8 months. I wake up thinking about it. The action it takes for me to accomplish my business right now is 10 times more than what it would take if I just were to complete the transactions in the new bank. But that's not what I'm doing. I continue to go from bank to bank and taking money here and taking money there. I feel like a clown almost doing this because, I'm just going back and forth. That is not what an entrepreneur is supposed to be doing. So the question then came to me, why am I doing this? Why have I spent these last eight months when I have something over here that's better? So I started to think about it. Detail work stifles my spirit. It's like, oh my gosh, there's just the little details, and I am a big picture thinker. And so the details, as important as they are, they stifle me. And I need you to understand, as I've had to understand, that resistance starts within. Even though I know the action is the right thing to do, I am resisting inside. I am making excuses inside. None of that is coming from out here because all I'd have to do would be to make it happen, but I'm not. So I understand too that it is the thing that I should be doing. And I want you to think about this as well. I should move the transactions over, but I resist. Plus, just to even think about the details is not fun. And it feels tedious. The whole idea, I've just built it up. It has grown into my life. And I've just blown it up. It lacks any form of creativity and energy. And that's who I am. That's where I come from. But here's the kicker. If I move, not if, but it's got to be when I move my transactions to that one bank, my business is going to grow because I'm going to have help with that. I'm going to have coaching from the banker. It's going to allow me to use my time to have fun and allow my creative energy to flow. That's what I have to remember, and that's what you have to remember when you resist. Because at the end of the day, when you don't resist, you get the results that you want. So, how about you? What are you resisting? Maybe going after the new job. You really want it. You know you can do it. But there's something inside that's saying, no, you can't. That's called resistance. How about starting that new business? You know you can do that. Or a nonprofit. You know you can do it. But there's fear. How about going to school so that you can finally do what you really want to do? But inside, there's something that's saying that you can't. That's resistance. What about writing a book, a song, a poem? What about making amends with someone that you know you need to? What about forgiving yourself? That is resistance inside of you, telling you that you can't. Resistance keeps you from being who you really want to be. So, in order to resist the resistance, you have to figure out why you're fighting against the pull, because let me tell you, it is the pull that's causing you the problem. That's the yin and the yang. It's pulling you toward your passion, your purpose is pulling you in one direction. You feel that inside of you. But then the resistance is trying to hold you back, and you feel that inside of you. You need to understand this. This isn't rocket science. You know what you want. You know where you want to be. You simply have to Figure out exactly what it is. Was it something, do you think maybe you can't do it because of somebody who, when you were much younger, told you that you couldn't? And you've held that. That's typically where the resistance starts. Regardless of how sure you are about your capabilities, there's still doubt because somebody told you way back when. Think about that. Another way you can resist the resistance is to describe how you feel when you resist. That's what I told you guys. I just kept thinking about it when I wake up in the morning. Oh, you've got to go to this bank. It just makes me feel crazy because I know there's an answer. It just makes me feel crazy. So I don't feel my best self. And then I spend the whole morning going through this bank transaction. Now I'm mad because I've wasted time. And time is valuable. Time is valuable. And I say this to people all the time. Just because I can drive to those banks doesn't mean I should be driving to those banks. Another way to resist the resistance is to list the benefits of completing the action. What will it be like when you graduate? What will it be like when you open the doors to your business? What will it be like when you publish your first book? What will it feel like? What's the value? It is going to change your life exponentially. And that's what we want. We want things in our lives that make us feel better, that allow us to be our best self. And then finally, resistance keeps you from being who you really want to be. So resisting the resistance allows you to think about an accountability partner. Somebody to support you, somebody who's got your best interest at heart. I do have one, and we talk every Tuesday morning at 6 a.m. for 30 minutes. And we're the partner for each other. But I know that when I tell her I'm going to do something, next week she is going to ask me, did I do it? And why are we having a conversation if I'm not doing it? So it works. It works. So get somebody who supports you, not somebody who's going to doubt you and coach you and all of that. You just need somebody to support you. One of the best books that I've ever read about resistance is The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield. His book says that he talks about how to break through the blocks and win your inner creative battles. I just want to read this one piece. And look how I've just put all kinds of stuff in it. I love it. Resistance has no strength of its own. Every ounce of juice it possesses comes from us. We feed it with power by our fear of it. Master that fear, and we conquer resistance. I am Rita, speaking to your spirit.
Hey, thanks for joining us. I'm so glad you had a great time. Listen, I want us to stay in contact. So follow us on Instagram, like us on Facebook, Speak to Your Spirit, subscribe to us on YouTube. Don't be selfish. Share all of our information with others, and we will see you again really soon. Thanks a lot.